Hey guys, DJ Benji here for another two-man queue playing Retreat to Koraham combo with Sky Shroud Ranger and Amulet of Vigor to get infinite mana. Here, I'm going to keep this hand. Got some of the combo pieces. I'm still missing the most important one, the Amulet of Vigor. But I also have, some acceleration, some should be okay start. Opponent's on some sort of green deck. Okay. Perfect. And we even got the Botanical Sanctum, which we can use to play Retreat next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and bounce back my forest. Next turn, I'll be able to have 3 mana, and then because of Retreat, I'll be able to empty out all my lands and get up to 6 for turn 4. If the opponent ghost quarters us here, that's fine. We have another basic. Unfortunately, we have one of our basics in hand. So there is a risk of him ghost quartering us out. Luckily, we didn't draw it. He'll probably ghost quarter the Gruul Turf here. Okay, so now we're definitely not going to get our basic, and he's actually doing the right thing by pathing first. We'll get that forest. Right, and now I don't have anything to search for, and it would have come into play untapped had I not done that. So, okay, slight misplay there. We're still in an okay spot. If we draw a bounce land, we'll be able to get up to 6 mana. Otherwise, we'll be stuck around 4. But our opponent is using up considerable resources trying to hold us back on mana. From the looks of it, I would say, like, okay. White, black. It's not Death and Taxes because they're using they're using fetch lands. So it's just some sort of white-black control, maybe Liliana the Veil coming up next. Let's scry here. Lots of removal from our opponent. A land, not particularly great land, but with double Summoner's Pact and maybe Liliana the Veil coming up. Not sure, but we'll try it. I will be able to pact for, or transmute it for any 0-drop. Theoretically, maybe like a Liliana or maybe a bounce land, considering the fact that I have already. Okay, no Liliana the Veil, that's good. Although, if it ticked up, I would just discard the Retreat. Here we're looking for another land, and perfect and untapped land. Next turn we'll be able to pact for Titan and play him out. Okay, tokens. That makes some sort of sense. Triple white. Okay, Spectral Possession. They could have just saved the life, right? And interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just tap one because it doesn't really matter. We're gonna be shuffling with this Summoner's Pact. Primeval Titan. And since we have another Summoner's Pact, we're gonna get a Boros Garrison, which would let us use the Boros Garrison trick to pick up the Slayer's Stronghold next turn, and just get a Teleria West. The big move for me this game is going to be when I get Engineered Explosives and blow it up on 0. So I'm going to be loading up on blue sources. Don't need a Gemstone Mine. A bounce land, don't need that either. I guess what I'd most be looking for would be some sort of Amulet of Vigor or something like that. That would be pretty strong. Our opponent serves here in the air with the 3 flyers. Interestingly, they didn't path, so I'm guessing they don't have it. I'm on the ground as well. What do they have, like a Dismember? Do they have some sort of pump? Five damage doesn't make much of a difference. If I take instead 4 damage, it doesn't change the clock. I'm wondering what trick he's got up his sleeve. It's probably something like a Dismember. That would make sense to me because he would be able to kill my Titan with a Dismember plus a block on a soldier token. And I'd like to get those triggers from the attacking next turn, so. Okay. All right. Here we're going to pay for Pact. We got a bounce line anyway. Let's go ahead and attack. We need an untapped land here, so I'm going to get a Simic and a Slayer Stronghold. And these lands actually don't matter much because I'm going to be transmuting. So should have used them instead to tap. Although I doubt my opponent blocks here anyway. Doesn't make sense to chump when I've got trample. So triple blue, transmute. Get the Engineered Explosives. Play it for 0. Now I'll get my scry, and then blow it up. Scry 1. Retreat will go to the bottom. And I'll blow up the spirits now. So that's a pretty good turn for us. We turn the corner on a clean slate. Next turn we'll be able to Summoner's Pact for Titan, give it haste, and attack for 12 or 14. Interesting that my opponent attacks here. I guess maybe they have nothing better to do with their mana. He plays out a land. Okay. So one of my options here is to tap these 3 lands for blue, Simic Growth Chamber, bounce the Teleria West. If I do that, I can pact for, say, or I can transmute for a Pact of Negation. Then if I use Summoner's Pact, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not quite enough land to complete that. So I'm just gonna go for it here with Summoner's Pact plus Titan. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, 6. Scries again aren't going to matter because I'm going to be shuffling. Just a lot of triggers, and our opponent concedes. Okay. So against tokens, Fire Spout's going to be good. Rurik Thar is good. All their spells are like non-creature spells. I think that's pretty much it. We can pull out Walking Ballista. That won't, well, that's part of our combo, right? Isn't that what we're trying to do here? They seem to have a lot of interaction though, especially in our small creatures. Maybe it's safe to board out of the combo here. Or maybe just down 3 retreats. We'll try it like that. Jukabog might be a good option to board in because of Lingering Souls. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to pull off this combo yet. Seems like it might be rather difficult to put together. It does require like 4 cards. A bounce land, a retreat, a mana dork, and an amulet. But when you get it. Other options to board in here, Hornet Queen. But the truth is they just go wider than Hornet Queen. Normally she like goes as wide as you can get. If I had another EE, I would definitely bring it in. Colony Garden's okay. A lot of their tokens are spirits that fly, so it's not perfect, but if they are playing Liliana the Veil, it's important to have that in there. Opponent taking a while to finish sideboarding. Let's see if we can pull up a list, see what they're doing. Oh, never mind. Okay, so here we have 2 pieces of the combo, but most importantly a Fire Spout. Our opponent might Thoughtseize us, most likely. And if I were them, I would take the Fire Spout. We drew our one retreat. Interesting. Taking their time. They take the Summoner's Pact. Interesting. I'm guessing they have more stuff, more discard before we get there. Like we said, more discard. Really, he takes the retreat. Surprised by that. We can go ahead and give our opponent a life here. It's okay. Now, if they have Ghost Quarters, I'm going to be playing them after. Or I want to play into them with my 2 bounce lands up. Like if they go Ghost Quarter pass, I can play bounce land and then use my bounce land to protect my bounce land. We'll see what happens here. Smallpox? Double black? Is it Brutality? Collective Brutality? Collective Brutality. And they get rid of my Fire Spout. Okay, dropping a land. Are they going to play a 3rd land? Yes, they are. Okay, so they're down to 2 cards in hand. We get prime time. Nice. Okay. So I doubt that. I mean, they might have a copy of Ghost Quarter in hand. But that's a risk I'm going to have to take. I'm going to keep playing lands. Next turn we can play Walking Bliss on 4. X equals 2. Get in here. No, attacking with Shambling Vent. Interesting. Do they not have anything? Wow. White black tokens, huh? So next turn, we'll play this Selesnya Sanctuary. After adding a counter, I guess. And then the next turn we'll have the prime time. Turn 6, not the best. Pretty slow. But we faced a lot of disruption from our opponent here. And I'm going to definitely take the path. I'm not going to be worried about this being exiled. Next turn we're going to be able to slam primetime. I'm fine with that. And they're leaving one wide open. So they might have something to pressure our Titan. But like we did before, let's just get a Teleria West and a Simic Growth Chamber. Okay. Our opponent's out of cards. Shambling Vent. Shambling on in. Interesting. Okay. So I have 2 more land drops. That's 4 land. I'll be able to get another Titan out. Primeval Titan. Boros Garrison and Slayer Stronghold. And on the follow-up, I'm going to be getting a... oh, there we go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.